Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2016 BMW Z4 35i. This has the upgraded turbocharged inline 6. The base engine in the Z4 is a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Still more than enough power for a small vehicle like this, but those of wanting more power, this one with the 300 horsepower inline 6 is definitely a performance upgrade. Not a heavy vehicle, it's a small 2-seater convertible sports car. So with 300 horsepower, this thing is really quick. That's matched to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Beautiful automobile. This one is a clean Carfax vehicle from the West Coast. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. We also have the build sheet on this one too. We can print you a copy when you come in and visit, or email you one, so you can take a look it over yourself. Even though this was a small car, this had a big price back in 2016, $66,645. Has a good amount of equipment on it. 19-inch alloy V-spoke wheels, $1,200. This beautiful shade of Glacier Silver Metallic was a $550 premium color. This has a premium sound package, $950. This one has a technology package, $2,250 for that. The M Sport package was $2,500. Heated front seats, $500. Park distance control, $750. This one has 36,085 miles at the time of making this video. Pretty low mileage for 2016. Most people average about 13,000 miles a year. Really nice color combination, beautiful black leather interior. With the M Sport package, they give you a little bit extra bolstering in the seats for performance driving. Beautiful wood interior trim. You have a drive mode selector. They'll make changes to steering effort, transmission shift points, throttle sensitivity, heated seats. Nice wood trim on the dashboard, dual zone auto climate control. This one, as you can see, also has a navigation package. The M Sport package gives you the sport steering wheel. You also have steering wheel paddle shifters. The great thing about this particular Z4 is it has a retractable hardtop. So especially where we live in the Pacific Northwest, where we do have quite rainy, overcast weather for a good part of the year, sometimes it can be a downside living with a convertible, because obviously you can't use it for that much of the time. So then you have to deal with all the shortcomings of a cloth top convertible. For instance, a cloth top convertible doesn't really look as good in the up position as a down position. Usually convertibles look their best in the down position, but with a retractable hardtop, it looks like a little sports coupe. You have to really look at it close to really tell that it is actually a convertible. So it looks good with the top up, and it looks good with the top down. For security reasons, you have a cloth convertible top. Someone could, tear it open to break into the car, or they could just be mean and want to rip it. Tree sap, discoloration from the sun. They're a little bit more susceptible to damage. So that's the nice part of having this retractable hardtop. It's like 2 cars in one, and it can transform at a push of the button. You do have to make some concessions for a retractable hardtop. We always have to make deals in life, and one of the deals you have to make on the Z4 is that you have to sacrifice trunk space. But the good news is, when you don't need to put the top down, you actually have a quite spacious trunk. We have this partition right here. You put this in the up position. That allows you to maximize your trunk space, and then with the partition up, it will not allow you to put the top down, so you won't ruin the top or what's in the trunk. But when you want to use a top, you put the partition in the down position. And then this area right here, that is your cargo area. So you still have a little bit of cargo space, and the rest of the area here, that is reserved for the top. And it's pretty easy to use. You have a button for putting it down and a button for putting it up. Goes up and down, I'd say, in about 20 seconds. Pretty quick. And it's just a wonderful feeling driving in an open-air sports car. It can turn something as boring as commuting into work into something that's a little bit more enjoyable. I owned a convertible for a little while. I've only had one in my life. I had a Miata. And even though our time together was short, because back then I could only afford one car. Now I have 4 cars, so it's too bad I don't have it now, or I would have 100% kept it. But back then I only had one car, and it was not very practical as an only vehicle, especially for someone like me who's 6'2". But if I was going to keep that convertible theme, if I want to graduate into something a little bit nicer than the Miata, this would be a nice upgrade, more power, more interior, a little bit more interior space, a lot more creature comforts, but it still maintains that small, nimble sports car feeling, that wonderful open air feeling that you get. And maybe you know, you're someone who used to ride motorcycles like me, and for whatever reason lifestyle changes, or you know, family, or you know. But those of you who had motorcycles before, if you can't ride them for whatever reason, you know, obviously you can't duplicate a motorcycle, but a small two-door sports car like this, it really does give you an enjoyable open air driving experience. So you can see you have a little cargo space in there. And I can tell you, you know, the one thing about riding a motorcycle, when I rode, I always had a full face hamlet on with a visor, so you do have some obstruction, but when you're in a car like this, you don't need to wear a helmet, you don't need to wear eye protection. So in some ways, it is a little bit more open air in certain ways than riding a motorcycle. Of course, if you're not riding someplace that has doesn't have helmet laws, but most places that have don't have helmet laws, they still have eye protection laws. All right, this beautiful inline six BMW, they are the masters of making inline six-cylinder engines. There's not too many manufacturers that still do it. I think Mercedes is coming out with a new generation for their vehicles, but really BMW is one of the only companies that has an inline six-cylinder engine. They pretty much put it in more of their premium vehicles. They use a base four-cylinder turbo in most of their other vehicles. They've been making these inline engines for a very, very long time. Inline six-cylinder engines have unique power characteristics versus a V6, which is a more common engine configuration. Inline sixes are very, very smooth, and they also have lots of low-end torque. So in some ways, they actually almost give the impression of being more powerful or bigger than they are, just because of their power characteristics. I love the inline six in the BMW, and obviously now they have it with turbocharging, so even more so. Very powerful, very smooth. If you're in the market for a two-seat sports car, this one's well worth a look. I don't know if you're looking at this one or just looking for information. Hopefully this video was helpful. We have complimentary shipping to pretty much anywhere in Washington and Oregon. We can put this in our car hauler, tow it to you, bring the paperwork, and this Z4 can be all yours with our mobile delivery service without leaving your neighborhood. And of course, if you live a little bit further than Washington and Oregon, we also ship nationwide. Contact us for more details. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.